Rogers is back with the next episode of her new series, which sees Antonia taking us through different works of art that she would put in her dream museum space. This series is called Unveiled, and here is episode 4. My name is Antonia, and this is my series Unveiled, where I choose and explore the objects and artwork that I would house in my imaginary museum. In this episode, another dust sheet is ceremoniously pulled aside to uncover a white marble sculpture of a young man. Towering above the onlooker, the figure's face stares aloofly into the distance, focused on a faraway horizon. This detachment is matched by his relaxed and languid pose, as his toned body curves in a swaying motion, as if caught in a moment between movements. However, this easy demeanor is broken by a singular action. The figure's right arm is extended towards the viewer, reaching out into the empty space before him, whilst his left arm bends across his chest, holding a now missing scraper. This awkward but innovative pose renders the figure imperfect from every angle, requiring the viewer to walk all the way around the statue in order to understand it. Unlike the other pieces of artwork featured in this series so far, the Apoxyomenos of Lysippus from 330 BC depicts an ideal rather than an individual. Made by Lysippus, the personal sculptor of Alexander the Great, the young athlete is shown in the mundane act of scraping himself down after exercise, his slender figure more realistic than the exaggerated musculature previously seen on sculptures of gods and heroes. The beauty of this statue, therefore, lies in its relatability. It was this ability to engage and connect with the viewer that made the Roman public so enamored by this Greek sculpture. Looking back from a modern perspective, we tend to group the Greeks and Romans into one classical block of people who shared a similar culture, time, and religion. However, to the Romans in the 1st century AD, this statue was already hundreds of years old, belonging to a completely different time and place. To them, Greek art was viewed as the pinnacle of refinement, and its appreciation a landmark of a proper education. This meant that for the public, they became cultural monuments to be revered, and for the wealthy, something to be hoarded in their private collections. This ultimately created a very modern feeling of conflict over the role of art as either public cultural property or something that only the wealthy could enjoy in their own homes. The Apoxyomenos found itself in the middle of this debate when the Roman Emperor Tiberius became so passionately overwhelmed by the statue that he removed it from its public position at the Baths of Arcadia and placed it instead inside his own bedroom. This obvious display of power created such a public outrage that he was forced to restore the statue to the baths. What I love about the Apoxyomenos is that it displays art's continuing ability to connect on a personal and cultural level with the viewer centuries after its creation, demonstrating the importance of the free and public enjoyment of art. That was episode 4 of Unveiled by Antonia Rogers. We'll have more episodes in this brand new series coming over the future weeks.